Me or Kory?
Both of y'all.
Oh, yo, we back from our break. First off, we back from the break, yo. So happy holidays to everybody. You know, we normally don't take no breaks, but like I had to get that shop in the end for real. You feel me? Kory, how you been, G?
Man, one day at a time, dog. Man, since last time I saw y'all, it's been a minute.
Like I said, like
2 years. 276.
Yeah, we
276 now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Been about 2 years since you was up here, G.
Yeah.
And like I could wholeheartedly say that your ass been staying consistent, boy.
Trying, boy. Trying. You know how I get. Trying.
Hell yeah.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Last time you were here, you were promoting "Hold On for Dear Life," right?
Yep.
That's crazy. What have you learned from then until now? Let's just get right into it.
Ooh.
I know it's a broad, kind of vague question, but you can answer it how you please.
So
you know
I say first off, like the music business has been like the biggest thing. For me. Like learning how the ins and outs, learning like what marketing is, and learning the importance of it. Because a lot of the stuff I was doing was like spitballing. You know? It was makeshift, trying to like just do what I can, and then doing Hold On for Dear Life, man. It just taught me so much in itself. And, like, I had a different perception of how I thought the game was going to go. Because, you know, you think you're good, you think being good is enough.
No, and it's not.
And it's not. It's not. So, yeah, man, it definitely helped me sort of apply all the stuff I was learning during that rollout and during that, to whatever we had going on in between then.
When you listen back to it, how do you feel now, 2 years later?
I'm so glad you asked me that question.
What's about to happen?
So man, I think I made that when I was 19, right? So I think for a 19-year-old, I think it's dope that you was able to dig that deep and, you know, go in. You know, you get older, you know, you grow new perceptions on life and all that good stuff. So for me, like, I look back at it and I be like, man, I could have went way harder. And like now that I just continue to like music, I'm more than just a rapper and a rap fan. Like I like music. Yeah. So there's technicalities and like mixing and mastering things that I would have done differently. Listening to it back, I'd be like, man, I'm definitely not in that place anymore. And I would have changed this, and this, and probably took that track out and replaced it with another. But no, I mean, it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah. I feel you.
But I definitely outgrew it at this point.
Really? Okay. I mean, what's crazy is like we're all our own worst critics. Yeah. Because like I ran it back and it's still good as fuck. You know what I mean? So like,
I appreciate it, dog. For real.
Of course. You don't sound like a little ass kid on there or nothing like that.
And that's that's what I really like about it. It definitely has that. Like I said, being 19, I think it's dope for another 19-year-old to hear. Or I mean, like at the time, it just sounded really dope to be like 19 and be able to do it. So yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. So you just put out for Naptown to the World, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's really good, bro. It's awesome. It's a great project, man. It kind of listens like a concept album, though. Was that your intention?
I say yes, because I didn't want it to be an album. I wanted it to be like a mixtape that was for my city, my hometown. But if you were from anywhere else, you're more than welcome to enjoy. Yeah. So for me, it was like, getting all those people in the room, because those are all people that are very monumental pieces of an era that's transforming in indie.
What, you mean like the features? Or like the
features,
okay.
Like from the features, like even the skits that we had, the barbershop skit, those are people that are integral pieces of a movement that's happening in Naptown. That's really dope.
Yeah, I really like the opening skit. It really did its job on setting the tone for it.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
My favorite song on there is definitely With Love. You make it very apparent that you love Indianapolis. That is one thing
you can't forget it.
That you cannot get fucked up.
Nah, you cannot forget it. You forget it. And I'm wearing the chain right now. So like my thing is, I
love it.
I think when it comes to like projects like that, where you want to be unapologetic about where you're from. Yeah. And I think oftentimes with a lot of indie artists, we didn't do our due diligence when we were coming up. So like, a lot of people get big and we lose connection with them because we feel like they're not putting on. Yeah. And for me, like I had just got done with, shout out Cardo. I did the Cardo record, and when I did that, it just reminded me of how much I love my city. A lot of people thought something different would happen when I got that, but it doesn't change with me. I just love Nap, and I think that I'm supposed to wear that.
Of course. You're supposed to like wear your city on your back, no matter where you're from.
Exactly.
I love that for real, because when motherfuckers be like, oh, like like ashamed of where they from and shit. Just say where you from.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like it's niggas everywhere. Like
I'm like Dallas to death, but I move for a reason though. But I'm still not gonna forget where I'm from. You know what I mean?
For sure. And the thing with Naptown is, I think that oftentimes it's just hard to rep it the way that people want to. So like for instance, I think we went about it a really cool way.
Yeah.
That was not contradictory, but it was just unparalleled to the other ways that we had seen it. So like it's really hard for somebody to listen to it and be like, this is like, it goes against whatever idea you thought indie was. Okay. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to provide y'all with different ideas of what indie is for me and the people around me.
True.
Yeah.
What do you think an outsider's perspective of Indianapolis is?
I mean, just the common narrative, the whole corn thing, the whole, like, we have nothing but fields.
There's literally a crazy-ass downtown.
Man,
I've been all over in downtown Indianapolis.
So, like, for me, like, so the majority of Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair
I'll
enough.
give them that. But when it comes to Nap, it's just, there's a lot there, man. There's a culture there, and you gotta, and I mean, like, it's just like being from anywhere else where you gotta be from there and be around there to know that it's there. Mm-hmm. And that's why I pulled the people that I pulled on there. Like, those are, and they range in age groups and all, to be able to be like, this is how we see the city, and we want to make sure that it's known that we are more than whatever you thought was.
True.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about the people that you collaborated with, there's a lot more features on this one.
Oh man.
Than the last project. How does it feel working with that many people?
It was difficult at first. I'm the type of guy that I am when it comes to the studio, bro. I really feel like I can do whatever. Like if I hear something and I'm like, man, maybe somebody else could do it. I feel like I can pull it off.
Yeah.
So with this specifically, I just felt like it was a must. Mm-hmm. Like I'm trying to paint a picture of the city, and I didn't think that my version alone would do it justice.
True.
So
okay. I like that.
Yeah. So for me, it was more so about like, what else have other people went through that maybe I missed? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even when I invited people in to get on the project, I played them the project too. And and we had conversation about the city, about the history of the city, and I talked to some artists who were big in my city, but they didn't quite pop.
Yeah.
And I talked to them and we talked about, why do you think you didn't pop? What processes do you think is the best way for me to go about this? Mm-hmm. Because, you know, a lot of times you make a project based on your city, it gets stuck in the city.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, man. So like it was really dope after a while, like getting to know people, and even some people that came in, they didn't even record. We just had conversation.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask you, like, I guess you pretty much answered my question, but I was gonna ask you, did you have like personal relationships already with these people?
With some, yeah, for sure. And then some were just built. Like some were people who were supporting me, and we were like, man, we need to link up. And I never know how to give people an open list. So like it was just like, it was really natural. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to.
That's cool when someone says we need to link up and you actually link up.
Oh yeah,
because them studio conversations be like, that's the best way to collaborate with people for real.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people come into the studio and I think that they supposed to already have something in their head, but no, you supposed to collaborate. Y'all supposed to talk, and then we gonna make a song about what we just talked about and shit. Like those are the best way. Those are the best songs I've ever collaborated on people. That's what we do for real.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
What are some of the challenges that I guess you probably face? You mentioned that there's a bunch of you guys in Is it Indianapolis or Indiana? I don't want to just say, okay, Indianapolis.
Let's just say Nap for now, yeah. Nap.
Okay, in Nap. What are
I
some of
remember
the...
Devin used to be saying that. Shout out my boy Devin. He from there too. He be saying that shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Naperville?
Oh my God.
Respectfully, that is the first thing I thought of.
Naptown, Indianapolis. Yes,
but yeah, what are some of the challenges, I guess, that you face? Like if there's a group of you guys are trying to break through, what are some of the challenges that you face as trying to be like a breakthrough artist in like a lane that might seem oversaturated? Like if you guys are all having the same kind of conversations, like what do you think worked and what didn't work? What kind of challenges do I guess you face as an artist yourself trying to push through any blockage I guess other artists have experienced with?
That's a great question. I honestly think that the biggest thing that you gotta like face is like just staying true to yourself in this game, because it is so easy to be like, oh, that's hot, I need to follow it. And like for me, I'm a person that I think to each is their own. I believe if you want to get it that way, get it that way. But for me and my guys, we just don't. So when I think about being an artist, especially from Nap, the way that everybody has been in Nap is, you know, you got to go get it, you got to earn it. And even the 4200 next to my name is something that I had to earn. And I felt like that's something that as an artist, I continue to try to do. Even if it's in my city, if somebody doesn't know who I am, I feel like I haven't earned it yet. I gotta work harder. It's not. I never look at it like it's a nudge or I'm being slighted or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that keeps you from enjoying the game to its full capacity because it's not supposed to be easy.
Yeah,
I like that energy.
Oh,
man.
for real, yo. Cause like what you just said, man, about it being oversaturated, like everything oversaturated. Anything that's worth doing is oversaturated.
I feel that. Yeah, people have got to it before you.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna make music oversaturated. We gonna do a podcast, just mad podcast. What you gonna do? Make clothes oversaturated than a motherfucker. Everything oversaturated. But like you said, you gotta really want it and be doing it for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying?
When you talk about oversaturation, we talking about competing, and when you talking about competing. For me, I like to think that I'm only competing with the guy I was yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't compete with the rest of the people.
So me versus me. Let's go.
For sure.
That's such a great outlook on life because I feel you, bro, every day.
You can't.
I'm not comparing myself or competing with anybody.
right,
Except for
right.
me.
You really
don't
can't
give
be
a fuck.
worried. You really can't be worried about what anybody else doing for real.
Yeah, I really
you gotta
don't.
be worried about what you doing for real.
Yeah.
Man,
Because when you really locked in on what you doing, it don't matter what everybody else doing. And shit.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Because just like what you were saying about just like what you were saying about like the music business and shit. Like I really learned that through like trying to promote my music and shit, and I'm looking at everybody else's number. I need to be worried about what I'm doing for real. Like once I stop worried about what everybody else doing and comparing myself to everybody else, that's when my shit start going
Because success
up.
is a metric that's based off of what you got going on.
Yeah.
It ain't nobody else's. So for sure.
Based on that, how do you feel about music marketing on the internet and shit? Because like at the beginning of this year, I decided I don't believe in it no more.
Wait, hold up. Why? Before you answer that, why?
I know, for real. Because man, like niggas be spending all this money with all these internet companies and shit. Because you think that you supposed to be making this much money off your music because a white dude came on the screen and told you that shit.
Oh, that shit.
Here's how.
Motherfucker came on and was like, "Are you pitching the playlist?" Are you? And all that shit be fake anyway,
That is
for real.
So I fuck with that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that it's funny. Like when I see somebody do like a how to on shit, and they got like 200,000 views and shit, then everybody's gonna do that.
Right, exactly. They all have the sauce now.
So like the scarcity for me, like I love what we doing because like even the tour and stuff, I think we chose to do a very old school approach. Like like we're going to the people. We going through the Midwest. We going through like small cities, big cities. We didn't have either or. It was just like we gonna do it.
Yeah.
And so for me, man, I think that when it comes to marketing now, it's really fucked up and sketchy.
Yeah.
It's fucked up and sketchy.
Niggas be hitting your email like,
It's crazy.
I seen you on there. I got a beat package. I got playlist placements for Shade 45. All sorts of bullshit.
Yeah. Shit that's never gonna
I
happen.
spend so much money
crazy.
like trying to fuck with niggas real, like thinking that's what you supposed to do. When really all you supposed to do is grind for real.
Yeah.
Like what you said, G. Like when I first started rapping, I want to do that. Like I want to get out in the streets and touch the people.
Yeah.
Like I want to go.
That's the loss, but I mean, obviously, with the advancements on technology and whatnot, and you see the socials and stuff, but like there's an evident disconnect between the people and the buyer and the artist. And for us, it's like the best thing that you can do is be out in front of the people, and that's where the game gets real fun for me because I take a lot of pride in performing. I take a lot of pride in being able to shake hands, and come in rooms, and be who I am authentically. A lot of people who live through that, they can't.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't.
Yeah, that's when you get the real proof of who the real artist is. When you do that bullshit from behind the computer and then you get on a stage. And of course you're going to be like nervous and shit when you first start performing. But you can really tell who really wants it, who's a real performer and who's not.
That or even as a person, like people who can't hold a conversation, can't promote themselves, or, or can't walk into a room. And that's another thing is like walking into a room and knowing when it's you, like when it's your room and when it's other people's room. And a lot of people can't do that because artists, artists are me. So it's like a lot of times you got to be able to walk into a room and be like, this isn't my space, but I'm gonna try to maneuver as best as I can. Some
It's
people
like,
can't do that.
hey bro, great show. Thank you.
Like
That's it.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Where all is the tour gonna? Where all of y'all playing? Goddamn.
All right, so this is actually my last stop outside the city. We didn't have this part of the tour because this got thrown to me kind of late.
Okay.
So our tour was what we did four or five cities. We started off in Minneapolis.
Love Minneapolis.
Minneapolis is sick.
Y'all hit the
They
strip
got a
club.
lot of. I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, you a young boy. You hit
See, I don't know nothing about that. But Minneapolis was dope. I love Minneapolis a
we're
lot.
corrupting
We pulled up to what y'all call it, J-Town, Joliet.
Joliet,
Yeah, we should-
Who the fuck calls it J-Town though? Is that a thing?
I never heard that shit before.
See, I heard somebody call it J-Town, so I'm listening to them.
They
And-
trying to make it cool.
No, I feel you.
Hey, so look, I went up there and we performed right before. What's the kid's name? Vano 1700.
Oh, Vano 17.
Yeah.
So right over here. For
Yeah.
real.
Hey,
Yeah.
so yeah, we went up there.
That nigga scary, man. That nigga,
that's-
music. I be like,
he is-
damn,
that
he on
nigga not to be
Division,
played
bro.
with.
He talking about killing niggas on Division.
Louisville, and then what else? Oh, we went to Jackson. Mississippi.
Damn.
Yikes. Y'all good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we hit some spots.
All right,
Nah, man, I loved it, man, because I mean, like the tour was titled right after the album for Naptown to the world. So I mean, we feel like we did a good job at bringing Naptown to other places and talking to people from there. We had a lot of conversations with those people about like how they see Nap, and they left with a new impression of Indy, which was the entire goal. So yeah,
That's sick.
Who'd you bring on tour with you?
so it was just me, man.
It was just you.
Wow,
I
sick.
love it.
I look
Congratulations.
so and I can give this tip because I don't feel like I'm giving up game that like it's easy to do. Like you got to do it. So for me, over the last, I mean, y'all are part of this. Building connections over the last 2-3 years for me in my career has allowed me to get into spaces like that, to be able to be like, all right, I want to line up a tour and I want to just hit up this person, see what I could do. And so, I mean, like, that's really what we did, man, is just see what we could attach our names to and then just went with that and lined it up as best as we could and made it make sense, man. So,
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
That's what's up, G.
So I see like you get a lot of traction. You're great on the internet, by the way. You get a lot of traction from just like your short form videos.
Yeah.
What made you want to start doing that?
Man, I think, like, you talking about just like me rapping and shit?
Yeah.
So, I think that with me, and like, you got to figure out what works best for you, of course. I realized early on carousels work real well for me. And I like to put the carousels as like not too many posts.
Okay, is that what it's called?
Like when it's
Slide through.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So like when I do the carousels, like I try to do 2 different clips of my music, and from like 2 different clips of the video that you should watch. And I try not to give you too much.
Yeah,
because
so
you
they-
need to go watch
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
And then at the same time I try to throw in a pick. So like there's variety. And I'm always just thinking about how it looks for somebody who's new. That's all I really be thinking about. Like the fans who are there, like they know how I'm coming. So I try to always think about, for new people, how does this page look? How does this look? So yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect mindset because like, especially things that just to relate to you, like things that I do, I put myself in like the listener's shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Try my best.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. I mean, you never know, but
you know, man.
Hell yeah. I like your videos because like the new shit that you've been putting out, rapping over beats and shit.
Yeah.
I like how you put yourself in like the character of an everyday nigga for real.
Bro, that was the
Regular
point.
Plumber.
nigga for
That
real.
was the point.
Like niggas out here trying to get to it
I'm glad
right.
you pointed that out. I'm so
I
glad you
love
pointed
it.
that out. And shout out my guy Caleb Pfeiffer, man. He been shooting my shit since the beginning since I started doing music videos, really. But man, I wanted to do that because I was like, bro, I don't like the impression that rappers are like, we're so cool. Like like this shit is not, and I like the idea of poor pimps. Like I like like that's my whole game. Like even when I'm spitting game, like I'm trying to remind people that like I'm coming from something. Like none of this is easy. None of this is like, it sounds good. None of it is easy. None of it is upper echelon. Like this is very gutter shit, but I'm dishing it to you in a very player way.
yeah.
So like to do it in that scale and be able to sort of put on those personas, because that's, for me, those are people that I grew up looking at.
Cause look, bro, cause like the common man need rap music,
Exactly.
bro. Like
that's who it's for.
I
That's the
remember,
basis
you
of
know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I be like, the other day I was at Jewel, I was at the grocery store and I seen a young nigga. He had his headphones and he was pushing all the carts and shit was cold than a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what it's
I'm
for.
like, the only reason this nigga able to get through doing this job every day is because of the music. If he didn't have that music, he wouldn't be able to do this.
Hell yeah. I
They
mean, that's
keep
what
a
it's
nigga
for.
going for
Yeah.
real.
That's what it's for, bro. That's what hip hop. That's what it's built off of. You know, telling stories and helping people express parts of themselves that they may have not been real privy to. So
yeah, that's the beautiful thing, man. And just like making hip hop or rap or just music in general fucking relatable goes such a long way. Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, I would say like your shit is very relatable just because of. I'm trying to think, man.
Make me want to go outside and get to it for real.
Yeah,
I would hope. I would hope.
I've been stuttering and shit today.
I will.
Not too nervous.
Yeah. Want to go outside and get to it, man.
I would hope.
Nah, for real. You picking good ass beats too. I'm like, never he rapped on this Trick Daddy beat. You gonna make me have to go. You gonna have to make me go into YouTube, man, and figure some shit out.
Because man, how many times we done heard people rap on steel tipping?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, that be killing me.
Uchi Wally and shit.
Uchi Wally.
They switch up the 808 to make it faster.
Yeah.
Come on,
My
man.
nigga put out Pimp Juice on it.
Pimp Juice is crazy.
Bro,
That's
and
one of the
thing with
craziest
Pimp
beats
Juice,
ever.
Dude, the thing with Pimp Juice, I was surprised nobody had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that shit
I'm
threw me.
surprised ain't nobody.
I was like, man,
Who made
that's
that beat?
crazy.
So I don't know, but it's St. Lunatic.
Sounds like
That's somebody crazy.
keep it Midwest. Yeah.
No, for real. Did you have any? So you did Pimp Juice. You did Trick. What else did you did?
I did. I actually ended up rapping over that Late by Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye. The Kanye.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I did that little flip joint.
Which one? Game Over.
Yeah.
That one was hard.
Amazing.
Another great beat.
I liked rapping on that. That shit was fun as hell. I feel like I did one more. I'm a Thug. Pimp Juice. Babe, you remember? Damn.
But look, I'm all for that shit.
Bro, I just love it. I love it.
I said, I don't believe in Spotify and none of that shit
Yeah.
no more. Bring back rapping on niggas' beats for real.
Man.
Bring back the mixtape.
Because that's
for
really
real.
the only reason niggas stopped doing it because they was putting it on streaming and shit.
Yeah.
Now bring that shit back, yo. Some of my favorite songs is over other people's beats. Like I love when a nigga will hop on a beat and you will forget who even made the
Bro, because
regular
that's
song.
honestly, now that you saying that, man, I think that's something you can attribute like somebody's like real rapper personality to. Yeah. How cold can you be on somebody else's beat? Can you make it yours? Like, yeah, that shit fire.
Yeah, like I remember Big Sean took Lemonade off of Gucci. I forgot Gucci.
Yeah.
Lemonade for real. Big Sean.
That's a
murked
classic.
That shit.
Damn.
Or I'm trying to think of like niggas that murked other nigga beats.
I would say Wayne did it to a few niggas.
Oh
Yeah.
no, hella niggas. I'm rolling.
Disrespect. Pure disrespect.
He put out there rolling. I was like,
Wayne did it to a few
yeah,
niggas.
he took Beyonce beat. I forgot Beyonce really make the star be shooting the star be leg hanging out the window. You ain't got these on.
Man,
he
he
took
cold.
Beyonce beat. Damn.
How'd you get with Cardo?
Oh my God. Man. Okay, so it's so random, man. I have a joint called Thuggin'. And we was running ads and stuff on it. And the crazy thing is, like, it was after all the ads had ran. And he hit me up and was like, this Thuggin' joint crazy.
Damn, he hit
it
you.
was just random.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like, you know, it's just the old time. I feel like just working. And he hit me and was like, bro, this joint crazy. And I was like, right on. And I was like, bro, I said right on and went to the homies and was like, you know, what else? Like y'all in my dream. Nah, but man, he told me it was hard and but that was like 2 years ago, right?
Oh, okay, word.
So like,
yeah.
so like he's like, bro, yeah, you hard. He connected me with some guys and just real cool people. And then like a year later, he hears when I rapped over the Never Find joint. And then like he was like, yeah, we got to get it in.
That's sick.
So like it was just a lot of patience in there, but for sure, man, like he's just cool. One thing about him is he's actually from Minnesota. So like
I didn't know that,
the thing with him is like when we talked, he was like, man, I just wanted to really help put on for the Midwest. So like that was something we talked about is him putting on for the Midwest and him loving it. I'm from Nap and trying to do it. And man, he sent me that joint for Static the next day after he heard Never Find.
Sick.
I was gonna say, what do a Cardo beat pack look like? That nigga's so versatile. Like.
I'm waiting to see it, man. He sent me that joint, and I got straight to work.
Straight to
and the
it,
cool
yeah.
thing, and the cool thing with that is, man, what's funny is like because you know that beat dropped later on. It dropped like a minute in. So like with me, when I write to like the first like minute because I'm thinking that's all we finna be working with. So like I just keep looping it down to that minute, and I think I had got to that minute writing, and I didn't hear that beat drop till like 10 minutes after writing to the beat. And I knew I was going to murk it when I heard that beat drop. Because I was waiting for the... I'm like, where the Cardo at?
And then
When that mud dropped, yeah, man, I knew it was up. And man, he's just a cool dude, man.
Oh yeah,
For
that's sick that he keeps his ear to the streets like that.
I mean, and he's like that with a lot
Yeah.
of guys. Like you name a lot of people down the street, he know who they is.
Yeah, it's actually crazy because I always see him like commenting on like smaller artists,
Yup.
like,
And I mean, that's how you got to stay. You got to stay ahead of the curve, boy. He stays on it.
hell yeah. What's your favorite song on the album? Actually, no, not that. What are your favorite 3 songs on the album, on the newest album?
On For Naptown to the
From
World,
Naptown to the World, yeah.
I say the title track for Naptown to the World, because that has my homeboy Anthony Murdoch on there, who is, I mean, just, he's one of those people, he's like a glue guy. Like, when it comes to the city, he's just been, like, he's a lawyer, he's a teacher, he's a bunch of things. And beyond all that, he's like a brother.
Okay.
So for me, it was really dope to have him on there and him speak his piece about how much he loves the city. So that was dope. So Indiana, just because it did what it did. Like, So Indiana has been crazy. We did that joint. You know, All-Star Weekend came to Nap this year.
That's right.
Yeah. So for All-Star Weekend, we did a show, and it was insane. It was probably one of my favorite shows ever, where we did So Indiana, and I mean, I just didn't expect it to be packed like that. I didn't expect people to know the words like that.
So that's the perfect one to play for. I remember when I first seen it, I had to stand up for real.
So I love that joint. And then the last one probably be RP Jordan's Fish and Chicken, because that's an old like.
Yeah,
so
explain this for me, please.
Okay, so people see it and they think it's a sad thing. I think it's a sad thing, but when I explain it, they think it's not a sad thing. So like for me, RP Jordan's Fish and Chicken is a story about, not even a story, it's an ode to Jordan's Fish and Chicken that was closed on my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So like I'm 42nd and Post Road, hence the 4200, and on the corner there was a chicken spot called Jordan's Fish and Chicken, and for a long time they fed a lot of people. Right? Yeah. They got us through there. I can remember multiple times vividly. Chicken crumbs all over the place. Like, I remember. And so they had a little infestation problem.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
And they had a little infestation problem, and you know, it was really bad. It got caught on camera, whole thing. It was a whole shebang.
Oh no.
Yeah, they had. See, I'm not gonna get into the specifics of what I saw, but I'm gonna say they got shut down. So for me, it was like a lot of people turned their back, and it was like, we ain't eat there, no way. And man, so like I felt like it was only right to make sure that I paid my respects to the place that you know fed a brother, fed multiple people, because I mean that place stayed in business for quite a while for people to be talking about they didn't eat there. So so that was definitely one of my favorites, and I love explaining that while on tour. That shit was great.
That's awesome.
Where you at tonight?
Oh, so tonight.
I mean, I know it airs on Monday, but just cause.
So tonight we at Emporium.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I mean, it's right. Y'all about to say, I was trying to tell y'all need to go ahead, pull up if y'all can. So, no, it's gonna be a fun one, man. I'm excited, dog. Like and they calling it the Midwest Madness? Yeah, Midwest Madness.
Hell yeah.
And so like it's artists from being from Nap. I believe we got Chicago joint. We got somebody coming from overseas. We got somebody coming from not Minnesota, but other Midwest places. So I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be really dope, bro.
Okay, shit.
And I like my set list a lot, so it's gonna be fun.
Take my ass to the crib so I can get.
I feel it.
So
y'all should go.
With you having shows in Chicago, in respect to Chicago having like more recognition, I guess, when it comes to like hip hop, do you ever feel like it's like your due diligence or something to show them what's up? Like, oh, this is what I'm bringing. And like, since it's so close, since they're like right next to each other, do you feel like, you know, maybe it's overlooked often and you're just like, damn, I got to show them like what's up? Like,
I think so. I think that way everywhere I go. Like, I think every time I go in and do a set, and I mean, like, even when I was just doing sound check, people was walking by, like, people just randomly there and was like, hey, man, you hard.
Sick.
And that'd be enough for me. Because I think, and being on tour has sort of reinforced my confidence in myself, because being from the Nap, you know, I put on for the Nap, and, you know, I feel like a lot of people respect you because of who you are as a person. You know, you build your reputation off that first anyway. So, like, especially when you're from there, that's how people know you. Then you start doing music. So people will support you just because they like you. Yeah. But going to other places and rapping and, you know, doing it in front of people in real time, you know, there's an expectation. There are things, you know, that are in play that, you know, you really can't control, like how somebody, like what type of receptors somebody might got on them right then and there.
Sure.
Like even seeing people who listen to music differently, like some people turn with you, and some people are dead. They're staring at you, but they're rocking with you.
Yeah.
That's just how they receive music.
Right.
Yeah,
And
taking
so,
it all in for sure.
Man, so for me, like I really do. I love it, and I bring it the same way every time because I'm a firm believer in whether it's 10 people or 100 people, I gotta rock out and I gotta leave y'all with something because y'all came here for it.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. And we're back. That was Static by 4200.
0-0.
Yeah, you got it right.
Hell yeah. Well, it's that time at the end of the year where everybody talking about their Spotify rap. G. I was just telling you how like my shit was up this year because since I stopped believing in streaming, my shit went up for real. How was yours compared to last year? Did you see any growth?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I especially hitting the road, man. Yeah, for sure, man. I think I went. The one that I like the most be the fucking like the change one.
Yeah. With 100%.
Yeah. So like everything went up like 200. So
Sick.
I'm pretty happy about that for sure.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was going through bad. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man.
I thought man, I was gonna be bogus for real.
Yeah, yours look great.
I was alright for
Yeah,
real.
keep that head down. You look up and it be things change.
Some of these niggas be lying for real.
They be editing.
Some of these niggas be on Photoshop.
That's so crazy.
They be editing.
Cause ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no fucking way, G.
So as an artist, what does it show you on the thing? Because like ours looks regular as civilians.
No, I just
like,
want to show you your listeners,
Yep.
your plays, your cities, your top cities. I think it says minutes listened to or something.
Yeah,
Help
let
me.
me show you that.
I can pull it up for you. I still got it saved for you.
Sure, that's really all I be looking for. Is the that change metric.
Yeah.
Where it tell you the percentage of change from last year. That's what I be looking for.
You do Spotify or Apple?
See, I do Apple.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
Apple
Me too.
Big
Me
Apple.
too.
People Apple Music is underrated for real.
Super.
Because I feel like Apple knows what I like. Apple will recommend my old shit that I love for real.
They stepping their game up.
Spotify
too.
will introduce you to new music
Yeah.
for real. That's what I feel like the main differences is.
I agree.
I definitely be wanting to get Spotify for that reason. Because sometimes I feel like I don't discover new music as much as I used to when I was younger. And like Apple kind of keeps me in that little bubble.
Yeah.
Instead of like exploring, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I used to think that too until I just reminded myself to do what I've always done. And if I like something, go down to the related artists and see who.
Yeah.
And
For
that's
sure.
what I'm
That's
saying.
what I used to
So like
do.
Apple Music just added that. So like they just added the whole like related albums and stuff. So like they on their thing now.
Yeah. Yo, what was on your top 5?
My top 5 listens, like my top 5 artists.
No.
or-
Like what artists you listen to?
My
Like
top
listen
5
to.
artists that I listened to were I think it was Kendrick. Kendrick was number 1 this year. Chief Keef was number 2.
True. Yeah.
Bro.
What Keith album was you listening to?
I
Hot
love
Cheetos.
Keith.
That shit was fire.
Bro,
G.
I like Hot Cheetos. But I just love Chief Keef. I think he's one of the most underrated rappers.
He is
Yeah,
for real.
100%.
He
That
is
boy,
for real.
he
like,
cold.
And Chief Keef really rap.
He,
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
And nowadays Chief Keef be producing. For real. So these
His
bitches
beats
go
are
crazy.
fucking sick too.
He
yo.
cold, bro. I think y'all listen to Mavi?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't y'all just go
love-
see
We just went and
Y'all
saw
just saw
Mavi at
Mavi.
Talia Hall the other day.
That's
the other
hard.
week, last week.
That's hard. I love Mavi. I think he's
He really was rapping his ass off. And Perry was just talking about like fuck going to see these shows and it's like they don't perform for real. Like he was really rapping his ass off. And like Talia Hall, kind of intimate. So like you can really see someone. So like if they're like that a backtrack or something, it just doesn't hit the same. He was really rapping his ass
he
off.
cold.
It was
Captivate-
amazing.
Captivate the
he
audience.
cold. I mean,
Yes.
I think he's one of the best, like not even just rapper, but writers. Like, ever.
Yeah.
He's
he's
amazing.
Hell yeah.
Schoolboy Q was on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blue
I
Lips
love
album was
Blue Lips.
incredible, bro.
He was on
Blue
time.
Lips is incredible.
Crazy. And I think my 5th spot was like, damn, I don't want to get this wrong. Well, I feel like it's an album that I'm missing that I really like this year.
I'm trying to think what was fucking good.
It was a lot of good
Everything.
music.
It was a
So
lot. It was
much.
actually a lot of good
Yeah,
music that
so
came
much.
out.
See, now that I keep a list of.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll share mine while you look there. My number 1 artist was, of course, Future. of course.
Oh yeah.
Future was
Free
on
bands.
I was like surprised Future was on there. Then I was like, this nigga dropped 3 albums this year. For real. He dropped hella music.
If you even check them out, then he's gonna be your top one. You know what I mean?
For sure.
My second was Cole.
Cool.
Then me, of course.
I'm hard.
Then
That was crazy. My bad.
At the 4, I got Sauce Walker.
Hell yeah.
True.
And at the 5, I got Ty Dolla $ign.
Same.
And like I thought, I was like, how the
Strong
fuck? I like Ty Dolla $ign. I listen to a lot of Ty Dolla $ign, but I was like, not enough to be. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, not enough to be in my top, but that Vultures. He put out that Vulture, and with that on top of my normal Ty Dolla $ign consumption, boosted my pause.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. He definitely got the Kanye stimulus.
Mine was, I like metal and shit too. So mine was this band Candy from Virginia. 2 was Drake. I don't know how I did that.
Bro, he's sneaking everybody.
A lot of y'all niggas on the internet, a lot of niggas is talking a lot of shit.
Actually, I take that back. I still fucking like Drake. So
this year I didn't see as many raps on the thing like they usually be. It sound like some people was ashamed to put their shit up.
Afraid to tell the people what you really listen to.
A lot of motherfuckers ain't put their shit up for real. I didn't see Jimmy shit. I said, Jimmy, why you
Then I had. He's gonna love that when he
Drake
hears
is his
that.
number one.
It's gotta be. It's in there. All that shit he talks.
He said I did it for comparison and research.
Then my third was The Lox.
Ooh,
I fucking love The Lox, bro. I still watch that Versus religiously all the way
for
through.
real. They dropped a new single this week. Too.
Yeah.
Last week I think they dropped a new single for real.
Then it was this band Mammoth Grinder from Texas, and then 21 Savage was my 5th one.
Yeah, the stimulus. He got the stimulus too. A lot of niggas got that stimulus because people doing collab albums. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean by the stimulus?
Because 21 is high because you was probably listening to her Lost, so that's why
21
21 Same thing with Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay.
And Bailey said you had Metro Boomin in yours. That's how Metro Boomin got in there.
Yeah, true.
Metro Boomin was top 10 for me, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Just listen to the beat tapes.
That's
For real.
Super fried.
You said yours before we was on camera, Bailey. You want to share with the people?
Number 1, Future.
Got to.
Number 2 was Metro Boomin, and that's why that was weird because I want that to be number 5 or something.
They work together, so yeah.
right, for sure. Cohorts. Drake is number 3, Young Thug is number 4, and Lil Keed is number 5.
That's a
shout out
strong
Lil
top 5.
Shout out Lil Keed.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Keed. Yeah, like a lot of I didn't really have nothing on man that I was surprised. Rob 49 crept his way into my top 15. I don't know how that happened. I didn't know I listened to him that much. Really.
Fuck on that money.
That's fucking crazy.
Fuck on that money.
He is sick though.
He is sick. I fuck with Rob.
Yeah,
Anybody else have anything that was surprised them that was in there? That definitely surprised me.
I didn't have anything surprising. All of it is very understandable. Top albums, you guys?
I'll probably.
Oh yeah, let's do albums. Then we get off this. Let's do top albums. Then we get off this.
My first one is Mixtape Pluto. My second one is Dangers. Messy, isn't it? Yeah, I fucking love that album.
Oh man, I love this.
Future and Metro Boomin. We still don't trust you. Yeah.
That was so good.
Eternal Take 2, even though it just came out. Honestly, all that shit I was talking about that album, obviously it crept up in there. And then Swam made number 5.
Oh, shout out Swam.
Yeah, shout out Swam. I told you, boy.
Shit, mine is just a bunch of hardcore and shit. But Candy Good to Feel, We Are the Streets by The Lox. I did not remember listening to that album that much. 118 minutes. But it is that good.
It is that good.
And then just more. Yeah, just a bunch of hardcore shit. Her Loss was number 8.
Shit.
And then For All the Dogs, Scary Hours edition was 9. I do not remember listening to this shit that much. And then Blue Dream and Lean by Juicy J is 50. It's 10.
Juicy J made it
Is that
into
the
my
jazz
top
one?
15.
What?
For
Did you
real.
see he dropped the jazz album? Is that what the jazz one was?
No.
He dropped
He
a
actually dropped that?
jazz album.
He did.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a joke.
Nah,
like,
he really dropped it, and it was
Yeah.
decent. I fuck with it.
I saw the clip. He was like, slob on my knob. Take cord on the cob.
Look, G, no cap. I was like, Juicy J really got his way.
Cooking, bro.
Juicy J really showed up on my
Bro,
shit
he
too.
didn't hit
for
this.
real.
He didn't cut a second win.
The third or fourth. Now,
boy,
for
you
real.
been on it. I think my first one was Schoolboy Q, Blue
True.
Lips,
That was
crazy,
on,
Mavi.
Period.
Tell me about
my
Mobby. I've never heard of Mobby.
Oh my god,
Am I asleep?
Shadowbox
He's from-
album.
Yeah.
Oh man, fire.
Like he's from
The Giver, man. I mean,
he's from
just-
Charlotte, North Carolina, or something.
Okay,
like
I'll just
that.
put it in my shit and listen to it on the way home.
Kid from here, Kai, Crusade,
Kai Crusade.
Kai's Crusade.
I never heard of
He's
it.
from here?
Yes, and he dropped the album called Yvette.
Huh.
And
That's my girlfriend's name.
I hope he's not talking about your Yvette. But on that album, he has
Crazy.
Sonny's on there. Y'all familiar with Sonny? Hate Sonny.
Oh yeah.
Sonny's on there.
Hell yeah, I played with him a couple times.
I know Lance Skywalker's on there. Who's the guy who used to work with Mick Jenkins?
Fuck.
Singer. The Mind.
Devon, yeah.
Yeah,
shout out
he
Devon.
touches that up on there. I mean, bro, that project is just so dope. And he's young. I think he's what, like 21?
What's his name again?
Kai's Crusade.
Kai's Crusade.
So like KAI.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. He's
Cool, I'm looking
fire. I love that
fuck with
album.
it.
My fourth is probably man, I think Chromacopia really stepped up there for me. Chromacopia
Yeah.
by Tyler.
Yeah,
I love
Dude.
that.
Bro,
Pretty
it's
amazing.
Yeah, I don't think we really even talked about it that much, but it was a lot better than he's never trashed
Yeah, he's
anything.
never
That I like everything he does, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. For
And
real.
then
It's
there's
great.
this guy out of Kentucky, right? Out of Louisville. His name is Horace Gaither, and he has a project called Miss Sissy's Grandson, and that dude is dope. Like I love listening to a lot of the underground artists. So
Hell yeah,
yeah,
put
that
us
shit,
on, man.
man, that
I'm gonna check
shit
it
was
out
fire.
for real.
Bro, y'all would love it. If y'all like my stuff, y'all definitely would love theirs.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like those are the people that I got to meet and learn better as I toured through the city. So yeah.
Sick.
Who's your favorite? I know you got a bunch of features on the album and shit, but who are your favorite artists just from the city in general, or anyone you want to like?
If I start that, I'm gonna leave people out. But first and foremost,
Yeah, you
so like I got Some Baby Family. So
Yeah.
that's my creative collective I've been rocking with since I was like 17. So for me, those guys, Macalades and King Dier, who just recently dropped his project Dirty Dirty, the EP, which is an ode to him he's getting ready to graduate from JSU down there in Mississippi. So he wanted to, show a lot of love for them. So his album is out. But aside from them, man, I mean the big dogs like a Maxi. We were talking about Ebony.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Ebony. People that I think are really dope and underappreciated, guys like Jay Stokes, my guys in Silent Grind, who really don't be rapping like they used to, but they don't rap no more. So I shout out those guys. I mean, anybody who you want to listen to off of my project, if you go to their own stuff, they're dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I just love the city, man. I have no bad things to say about my city. I love it. Besides when the weather get like this, I hate the Midwest in total.
No.
Yeah, for real.
Need to fuck around and go on vacation for
Hey,
real.
it ain't supposed to be this cold that fast, bro.
Man.
I was like 15.
No, and bro, let me tell you how my week been. Cause so Monday we had like a little snowstorm. Tuesday I called myself going to give me a little McGriddle. So I roll my window down. I try to roll it back up. It don't roll up.
It's happening.
So
Yeah, I've
so
been
that's
there.
how my week been, and that's how I feel, Indy. I had to get that situated. Before I headed here. So man, yeah. So I don't rock with the cold.
I feel that, man. I
you,
feel that.
I feel you. Like, I was like, this shit ain't supposed to be this fast.
Nah.
For real.
Yeah.
We usually get through it usually be like 40, 30.
give us a
going
minute,
through
yeah.
December. It might
Yeah.
snow at the end of December, but like, especially recently, for real, that shit said 17.
Bro.
I had to get my big coat out.
Yeah, I had some jackets I wanted to wear and shit.
Yo,
Just skip through all of that.
I went straight from hoodie to big coat.
For real.
Crazy.
A mess.
Do you have a stylist or anything?
Nah, man, I'm so simple, man. I actually just did a magazine cover for a magazine in my hometown called Pattern, where it's I say it's arguably the biggest like art-based magazine that we have.
Sick.
And it was really dope to get on the cover of that and get in some colors because I'm a white tee guy.
Yeah.
I wear my white tees. I switch up the baggy pants or the sweats, and I'm a Forces or an Air Max guy. I'm very simple.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
You know, I don't like the idea of having a whole lot of attention on me and all that good stuff. I let my raps do the talking.
Okay.
I love it.
For that shoot though, they put me in a lot of colors. It was real different. My mama called me. She was like, "This is new." I was like, yeah, I agree. My lady was there with me. It was fun. Shout out everybody who was on the set. I'm still learning how to model because I don't know how. I just know how to throw my little east side. and they told me to chill on throwing up gang. So I throw my little east side and I tried to keep it real conservative. So
how'd that even come about?
Man, they reached out. I actually had an interview with them. I did a feature a couple years back when I dropped Total for Dear Life. They loved that project, and I topped it up with them. And they got wind of the tour, the Carlos stuff, and it just felt like highlight me and allowed me to be the part of that. So it was really dope. That's
awesome.
So shift gears a little bit. Like, can you kind of like walk us through like your creative process? Like when you starting it, like how do you normally like get an idea for a song?
See, bro, I'm so like. First of all, I wear a lot of my not impressions, but influences on my sleeve. Like in terms of when I'm about to create an idea, like I be thinking like I really, like if I've been listening to UGK all day, I want to make a UGK record.
Yeah.
Like I want to make something of that ilk. Like I want to make something that's real down to earth, real gritty. It's gonna give you a free game, and you feel me? You know, it's gonna keep you on your hustle. And you feel me? If I feel like I've been listening to too much, like an Earl Sweatshirt or a Mavi, I'm gonna look for something that's a little less. Like a little more avant-garde, you know. I think
I like the way you said that.
It's definitely,
that's how you're supposed to say.
Bro, it's definitely different approaches depending on how I'm feeling that day because that's the type of artist that I am. Where I think that you never really know what to expect from me. Like listening to Hold On For Dear Life for Naptime to the World, I think are two different soundscapes. I don't think anybody thought that was where I was headed with Hold On For Dear Life. But nah, man, I think going into the idea with concepts, it's always just about how much can I push the envelope and how much can I retain just stay the course of who I am without, selling out, honestly.
Yeah. My biggest thing is like it's hard for me to start a song for real. What advice do you have on me like starting a song?
Dude, like freestyle.
Yeah.
Freestyling is the key, boy, because once you find one, that you stuck on it. Like once you find you a hook or once you find you a good sound, because like I said, we was talking about it before, like I'm a fan of pockets. Like people don't know what pockets are, and it's kind of hard to explain what a pocket is in a beat. But like when you find one and you're able to sort of like bounce off of it and make your own world out of it, oh my God, that's when it just I think about like when Ratatouille.
Let's go. Come on. You're in a safe space, bro.
Ratatouille would eat and get all the colors.
Yeah.
Remy, shout out my boy Remy.
When I get to going, I just be seeing them colors and they start going. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, you were definitely talking major shit on the new album, which I love. I love that side. It's sick. You're talking major shit, and the flows are crazy.
I appreciate it.
Different weird flows. I like. What's the first song after the skit?
After the skit, we go barbershop into see you asking the right guy, but the wrong time. Let me see.
My bad.
So right after the skit, we go. Is it
fucking? Oh, So Indiana, of course. Like that.
That was a no-brainer. Yeah. What about So Indiana?
I don't know. I thought I like that kind of like off time flow you use on that song.
I like it. I like that you called it off time. I like that better than people being like you off beat. But I like I call it like scat rap.
Okay.
Like that where it's just like it's almost like I'm reading a poem.
Yeah. Okay.
But like at a speed. It's as if I rapped and then the beat just got thrown on there.
Okay.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's also a way you can do it where it's easily digestible.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And also that rapping off beat shit that people say is so overused and
It's
misused.
overused. It's misused. Yes. We were just talking about that too.
For real. I'll say that niggas be trying to break the rule before they learn the rule. You gotta learn the rule first.
Facts,
Then you
okay.
can
There's
break
some
the
art
rule.
to it,
It
for
is
sure.
for real. Cause like it's not off beat. It's just swung in a weird way.
Yeah,
In a
it's
different
like-
pocket,
And I
for
mean,
real.
like for me, I really got shout out to MF Doom.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Legend. He would do a thing where he dragged a word across a line on purpose, or like would use like for me, I like putting a lot of words into one line.
Yeah.
And you know what they call it? They call it like multi-syllable, like inner rhymes.
Yeah,
I like those.
inside rhymes,
I just
yeah.
like writing, and for me,
Yeah, like
for
literary
me, I like to
devices.
think about like I don't like my sounds to sound like naked. I like everything to sort of sound full, and I
Okay.
like for people to be like they like something. I don't want you to leave with an impression of like, oh, that rap was okay or that rap was cool. I want you to be like, I wonder why he chose those ad libs.
Yeah,
I wonder why he chose that
yeah.
word specifically, because I'm doing these things on purpose in
Yeah.
hopes that you are enjoying yourself. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
To make people actually think about what the words that you're saying.
For sure.
And the why you said them.
Yeah, for
you
sure,
know?
man. I mean, that's the point, right? You want to leave people with a good impression,
Yeah.
especially when you give it to the masses. You know, people gonna have they say on what it is, and so yeah.
How do you write? Do you like physically write with like a pen?
Sometimes,
and shit? Yeah.
sometimes, yeah. I'm big on like I do journaling.
Cool.
Like man, I love. I just like I
Just
I
basically like for like
yeah,
regular life.
Yeah,
Cool.
like I just like
Sick.
writing, man.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
I mean, I think that translates. When I first started writing, I was writing stories. I was
Okay.
writing books. I was writing things about my life before I got into doing music. So I think that just translated right on over.
Oh, yeah.
And doing music is just allows me to sort of bring in all these different worlds, and it feels like it's my duty almost to challenge the listener to be like, this is different. And whether you don't get it at first, you're going to get it through time because it's good.
Are there songs that you have like that since you do journal? Are there songs that you have that give you like the catharsis of journalism or journaling?
I wouldn't say that they're out yet, but yes, those are things that I think are building. Like when we talk about Hold On For Dear Life and how I sort of like outgrew it.
Yeah.
I think I'm just in a space where I feel more. When I was younger, I think a lot of the things that I was saying were very blanket.
Yeah.
Like I think they were very level one. So
Yeah.
for me, I think that I'm at this point where I have a better understanding of myself, I have a better understanding of my surroundings.
Yeah.
I've left certain situations where I can look back and just have a different idea of things. So I think since I'm more in depth, like my writing just gets better.
Yeah.
And that's why I say shout out to Mavi, because I believe like, and what's funny is I'll see him. This is weird. I say him and NBA YoungBoy in the same vein.
Hold on.
Hear me out. Hear me
Yeah,
out.
break that down.
Hear me out. So, YoungBoy is amazing because his ability to express his pain is what makes him so amazing.
I'm with you.
Preach.
When he first started dropping, it was something about how vulnerable he was, and it was something about how like just shameless he is. That was like, nah, that guy's crazy.
He
And
is fucking
for me,
maniac.
Mavi is just so like, now it's like I said, like they're in the same vein. Obviously, two different sides of the spectrum, but like I feel like they're speaking this from the same place. Mavi is just an amazing writer. He does that. He does the same thing to me that when I hear YoungBoy, when I'm like, oh my god, that boy's going through it.
Yeah.
And when I hear Mavi, I'm like, this dude is going through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I love that. I love that somebody can do that with their music.
Yeah, that's like catharsis is like through anything is like the most rewarding thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it hard to open up sometimes on songs?
I think it definitely depends. Like, you know, like different topics are more touchy than others.
Yeah.
But like when you get, for me, getting deeper and deeper into like the human experience, I guess, it's made it all of this stuff a lot easier to talk about because it's like, so the fuck what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's the crazy thing.
weed.
Yeah.
like and all the things, like all of the pressures that come with it are so like they're societal. They're deemed from like outside sources. There's so much less about you than you think. So it's like when I'm writing, I think more about like how can I help somebody?
Yeah.
Who
How can you inspire?
Who doesn't realize this?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Who
so
has
Crazy
helped?
that, oh, go ahead.
Who has helped you find respect? Like, because I didn't know you were this young. Who helped you find that to even express, you know what I'm saying? Because like someone your age will hear you say that before they hear. I don't want to say we're old, but before we say, you know what I'm saying? Before Barry says it, like you just said it perfectly. But like, how have you figured out this way, or like how have you like navigated through, I guess, your feelings and the human experience at such a young age, feeling like you maybe can be like, fuck the rest of this, like it's fine, like I'm going through it. This is life.
I mean, that's a hell of a question. Honestly, you know, for me, I like a huge shout out to my mom because she had always sort of supported us questioning everything. So, I mean, a lot of people don't get to grow up in those types of, you know, spaces where their parents push them to ask questions. So for me, I just was always able to ask questions, and whether it went to religion or music or anything of that nature, you know, I was always prompted to ask questions. And so, I mean, I think that that's really what got me to the point of where I'm at now, is just always being like, all right, I don't know. And that's okay.
For sure.
A lot of times I think that that's also another issue. And I mean, like, I'm not trying to get all philosophical and all that, but, you know, one of the biggest fears, issues that people have is not knowing. Yeah. They'll go around every other course of action because they don't know.
Yeah.
And they don't want to admit that.
Yeah. Lying and shit.
But man, life is so much more enjoyable when you can admit you don't know and go through the ups and downs and go through the phases of it and be willing to learn. Yeah. And that's essentially how I've approached everything with it.
Yeah, there's like nothing more rewarding than talking to a person, they talk back, and you learn something. You know what I mean? Instead of like just like not taking in any information. That's what I love about meeting people.
I mean, that's the experience, man. Like you going to deny yourself the entire experience because, you know, like they say, it's a blip. You get a blip on this earth. Yeah. Right? And so like with the time that you do have, you get to choose how you spend it. You know, I mean, like, you don't choose what comes to you, but you choose your reaction, all that good stuff. So it's like, you know, when I think about music, when I think about how I'm approaching music, I'm thinking about I've went through a lot of stuff in my life that some people may not have went through. And I get to learn how to navigate through those things, and I get to learn how to sort of relate those things to other people who may have went through similar situations. For like instance, right now, a thing that I'm on is trauma. Like things that I went through before I was 21, I had no idea how bad they were until I started telling somebody about them. And not even on therapy, just having a conversation, being like, yeah, man, I had a situation like that. And somebody be like, that's crazy. I never thought it was crazy because it was my everyday life.
For sure.
So going through things like that and being able to sort of paint a picture of them, it helps somebody who doesn't realize they may be going through something. And for me, that'd just be enough. I just got to be cognizant of what I'm doing when I'm writing and trying to make sure that I'm catering to the people in that way. Sure.
Yeah, that's sick because the self-therapy is important, especially if like you aren't in therapy.
Exactly.
You can at least prep yourself from for like when it's time, for sure. So what's next in general?
Man, okay, so we just finished up tour, man.
Yep.
I'm working on a lot of cool stuff. I did a lot of cool features with a lot of people I can't really say. It's not like NDAs are involved, but I'm just trying to be respectful. I mean, like, I think more so than now, like, this year has been my busiest year. Good. I dropped so much music.
Good.
I dropped a ton of singles. I did the collab project with Some Baby Family. Shout out to them. I mean, just did a lot. So I think not necessarily slowing down, but, you know, just smelling the roses, you know, taking a minute, you know, just being grateful for where we at right now. We building up to something really cool that I'm really excited to show a lot of people. But yeah, man, nothing too crazy, man. I'm just glad, man. Like, what's next is this show we finna rock out.
Hell yeah.
Shout out,
no,
man.
that's right.
Yeah, bro.
Before we get out of here, I want to share with you that I know what this is. My boy, like I told you, I got boys from that town and shit, and they would always play this song called Indie Animals.
Let me hear it.
Shouts out to Devin.
I don't even know how to bring that shit up.
Good.
Moving
Animals. Them niggas will always play that shit.
Bro, what's crazy is they say that them dudes up in the G. And you know the G be messing with y'all more. And Gary? Yeah, man.
I've been to Gary one time.
How do you feel about Gary? Can you talk about it?
I mean, I rock with Gary. I know some people from Gary. Shout out Freddie Gibbs.
Gary niggas do try
Big
to
shout out
align
Michael
themselves.
Jackson, man.
Gary do align themselves with Chicago.
That's
though.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know,
align
they tend
themselves.
to be over there in Chicago. So a lot of times when Gary things happen, a lot of times we look at it like, okay, that's a Gary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think it was funny.
That's
I
true.
liked it.
I would just every time something good would happen. All right, they love the Pacers, so every time
And
the
then they just
Pacers
start
would
playing that
win,
joint.
they would play that joint
Oh
at the
my
crib.
God,
For real. I used to live with these niggas.
Hey, bro, the dance was kind of smooth.
Yeah, they doing
I ain't really mad at it.
That
It's
shit
just
funny as hell.
Yeah, that's funny.
But all right, G, bro, thanks for coming through.
Thank
G.
y'all for
Yeah,
having
man.
me.
Like
Thank
I
y'all.
said, anytime you welcome up here,
Yes.
anytime, G.
Thank y'all.
Keep
Thank
going
y'all.
crazy. The
Yeah, more
consistency
power to you,
crazy.
dude, for real. Yeah.
Keep putting your heart in the music. Keep putting on for Indiana.
Yeah,
For sure.
keep putting out for your city because
For
that is a
sure.
beautiful thing to see, for real.